Today we produce 20% of the world's digital data. 90% is exported into global data centers, largely owned by big techs. And they're not, वहाँ पे वो innocently पड़ा नहीं रहता है. It is processed into AI, brought back into India and sold to us in dollars.
Yes.
It is exactly what happened 200 years ago with the East India Company. तब वो कॉटन एक्सपोर्ट करते थे और कपड़े बाहर से लाते थे. अब हम डेटा एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और इंटेलिजेंस बाहर से ला रहे हैं.
Different you are from, say, the American CEOs, because
Yeah.
in America there's a what should I say, resistance among tech giants for any kind of regulation. Whereas you are saying that these kind of laws and regulations are something that we are governed by and we benefit. We, in the sense, Indians.
Yeah. I think that's always been India's cultural difference or civilizational difference vis-a-vis the Western civilization. The Western, especially post-Renaissance in Europe, it became an individual liberty. Libertarianism became the anchor of their civilizational ethos. Whereas ours was much more dharm, not in a religious sense, but in a sense of karam, dharm, all of those things, and more focus on societal benefit, not in a communism sense. Because communism is just an antithesis of capitalism, right? But in a much more fundamental sense of genuinely benefiting society.
But I disagree with you over there because I think these tech giants sort of run as a sovereigns themselves.
उनका mindset वो है.
Poor Bhavesh wrote a post on LinkedIn about wokeism and pronouns, and Microsoft owned LinkedIn deleted your post. So, so on one side you're saying they're anti-regulation, they put guardrails on themselves.
On the pronouns.
They've become their own
Sovereigns.
Their
own
you said it
rules.
absolutely
So
well,
LinkedIn
Ishan.
pulled down this thing.
Yes.
We're going to run this on one side as we speak. You talked about you visited Ayodhya, learnt about transgenders and being respect of Indian culture from ancient times, and then you put in a video, and then you talked about woke political ideology. So we picked this up and we discussed it in that Samosa Caucus group that we have, and we talked about it and we said that but उस time ये भी डर था ना कि हम अगर भविष्य का लेके आएंगे तो it'll become
I wish this had gone viral on that Samosa Caucus. और चीजें viral होगी.
और चीजें viral होगी. But
I follow the Samosa Caucus a lot, by the way. I love the conversations.
So this is what it was about wokeism and stuff like that. That how do we the cancel culture and all that. Have you other than this episode where you talked about pronouns and things like that, have you experienced that the pushback?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. And it is a very I think I'll start off from where Ishan said, no, these are sovereigns. Their mindset is that we are setting the rules of the world. चाहे वो all these big tech companies, and I don't mind saying the names, Microsoft, Google, any of these, Meta, they are setting the rules of the world in their own mind. And maybe it comes from just being in California. Maybe sunny
They
California has an impact. They know better. So what happened in this case was one day I was I'm a user of LinkedIn. I publish my thoughts on LinkedIn frequently and I engage with people. So I saw that LinkedIn Pay, now it has made if you don't enter your pronouns, and not your gender, but your pronouns. Okay, and I don't know when they moved from gender to pronouns. If you don't enter your pronouns, it'll refer to you as they. Right? Whereas I'm a man. I mean, I want to be referred to myself as a he. But I don't want to set my pronouns, because if they're forcing me to engage with this political philosophy of wokeism by making it sort of mandatory, right? कि अगर आप pronoun set नहीं करेंगे ना तो हम आप दे हैं. And the unsuspecting average Indian user of these platforms.
What do you do?
And then
default लगा दो, they आ जाता है.
He, him, they, she, her, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't even know the political philosophy we are importing when we engage with these features on these platforms. Because this debate is not an Indian debate. Why should this feature be here? And this is just a very innocent sounding thing, but it grows into a much more deeper impact into our culture, society. Like today we use Google, we use Facebook. Thankfully, we don't use TikTok, right? Who controls what we see? We don't control it, right? It's controlled by these big tech companies. So then I wrote a post on LinkedIn saying, there's a pronoun illness here. And I have, by the way, and as I wrote, I have nothing against diversity. I run an all-women factory, 100% women. We have more than, I think now close to 5,000 women there.
Yes.
And so I'm all for diversity and genuine social impact. But making it a politics of identity, I don't align with. And it's that also which is imported into India. So, so I wrote this, and I gave an example of how when I had gone to Ayodhya last year, पिछले साल दिवाली पे मैं अयोध्या गया था. Me and my wife had gone to Ayodhya. हमने हनुमानगढ़ी गए और राम टेम्पल तब कंस्ट्रक्शन पे था. तो just as normal Indians, we went to see and get inspired by the place. We learned about the transgender community there, which is a very deep part of the Ramayana, right? It's very and that's our culture of truly accepting. It's not even tolerance; it's acceptance. Like Amish says, right? Like it's acceptance of any kind of diverse thought or physical difference or whatever. But that's why I wrote all of this and on LinkedIn, and then they deleted it, which also shows. Like, अगर मेरे साथ ये हो सकता है तो एक आम आदमी एक normal young Indian professional उसको तो they don't even have a voice then.
Knowing you, you'll start something, you know, एक और some companies somewhat like LinkedIn and कि ठीक है वो लोग मेरे को ऐसे I'll start another one.
So he didn't stop with just cribbing and complaining, right?
Yeah.
After that, you hit them where it hurts.
You
change your entire cloud computing dependency from
Microsoft to our own. So you know,
So
actually.
हुआ ना.
Actually,
वो तो पंजाबी भी है ना बंदा.
हाँ,
तो बदला पूरा
तो पंजाबी है ना. अभी तो बदला शुरू हुआ है. No,
so this was a huge challenge, huh?
It was,
to move from an established player, Microsoft, and then to move to something. Did you create it by then?
No, yes and no.
Okay.
But actually, you know, there's a broader theme also
अभी वो
here.
prototype था ना उस stage पे.
Prototype था. So then we took the risk and said हम अपना shift करेंगे. And it was हफ्ते में, you know, those engineers, if there are anyone listening, it's impossible to move a cloud provider in a week.
Yes, it's very difficult.
Very difficult.
We suffer because we also pay these big techs.
Yeah.
Lakhs of rupees a month because we bounce live video all the time.
And you pay in dollars. You don't realize
We
it.
pay in dollars.
Everybody in India pays in dollars. Actually, you know, if the broader point here, the irony, India produces 20% of the world's digital data because we are the 20% of the world's population. You know, thanks to 4G and Geo and all, India में data produce बहुत हो रहा है. So we produce 20% of the world's data. Actually, we also, as Indians, our strength in the world of AI is going to be that we are the largest population, and data is what creates intelligence in AI. So we should actually produce even more data because not just are we 20% of the world's population, we're also young. So we are more active, and hence per capita data production is more. So today we produce 20% of the world's digital data. It's not stored in India. Only 1/10 of that is stored in India. 90% is exported into global data centers, largely owned by big techs. And they're not, वहाँ पे वो innocently पड़ा नहीं रहता है. It is processed into AI, brought back into India and sold to us in dollars.
Yes.
It is exactly what happened 200 years ago with the East India Company. तब वो cotton export करते थे और कपड़े बाहर से लाते थे. अब हम data export कर रहे हैं और intelligence बाहर से ला रहे हैं.
Nouveau colonialism.
Techno-colonialism.
Techno-colonialism.
Yeah, I don't know whether this is a word or not, but
It's been done on the podcast.
This is a fantastic way to segue into my case जो आप बोल रहे हो ना, हमारा data बाहर जाता है, repurposed. It's sold in India. You buy a subscription. Our data is then repurposed through that channel. So ये हमने story की थी June 24th को, ठीक है? Now this is all primary source information that our defense reporter essentially gathered from his sources that India, US, they have synergies where they're working on this anti-tank missile, this Javelin anti-tank missile. That's the story essentially. I have a account ChatGPT, ठीक है? ये ANI की story थी. June 24th को.
Written it, yeah.
They have taken all this information.
You put a question first.
It's simple. Are India and US co-producing javelins?
Yeah.
Right? It's our content.
Yes.
We're the ones who broke it on June 24th. It was used by other subscribers of ANI. So it was out there in the internet. But they all, as subscribers, give sort of credit to ANI कि ANI की story थी. ठीक है? अब ये आप देखिए, they have picked up all of that information and they passed it off as their primary source. Where is the attribution? This is rank plagiarism.
Absolutely.
Over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and like you said, under our regulations and everything, there is a suit over here.
Yeah.
Potentially.
But what will you do right now? Because
now we are watching what the New York Times and other publishers are doing with the OpenAI.
They're doing deals with the American publishers, but not with the Indians.
Not with the Indians.
Yeah. So this is, you know, we as an Indian ecosystem need to realize that these battles are actually not legal battles. These are technology battles. And we have to build our own technology built on the value systems of our own. For example, when I see this future of AI, right, we have a uniquely Indian idea called digital public infrastructure. UPI is an example of that. ONDC is an example of that. Now, in the world of AI, data is the core. And the data should be owned by the data creator. In this case, you.
Yes.
Right? Or in some cases, individuals, हम अपना social media पे data डालते हैं.
हमारा IPR है.
हाँ वो क्रिएटर का होना चाहिए.
Yes.
And we have to nudge people to share data in a privacy preserving way openly. And India has the largest data. So we can bring a lot of data into public domain, privacy preserving. That can be used to create the largest intelligence possible, right? Because intelligence is a function of data and compute. That's it. If we can put up the largest compute hardware or data centers coupled with open public data sets, that creates open source intelligence.
Yes.
Right. So then uspe and with attribution etc. But also where everybody can use. Imagine if you could use ChatGPT without having to pay for a lot of the professional services.
Yes.
And it also had attribution. कि ये data यहाँ से आया है. That is the way of the future. Now American tech sovereigns will not think like that. But we in India can create this paradigm. But we can only do it if all of society comes together. Like companies like Kritrim need to exist for that. We need to evangelize this philosophy with the stakeholders like media, like bureaucrats, etc. And India is actually, we will have to invest as a business ecosystem, as government incentives, etc. for a decade or two. Because हम बहुत पीछे हैं.